Hello there. Hello, Levi and John. Welcome. Today will be the last day of our 30 minutes daily for a warm up. And so I think everybody by now have understand that we start at 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Levi. You're always one of the first people to be here. Thank you so much. So yeah, we still have a little bit of time. I just thought I should hop in here and give you guys a warm welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Levi and John. And we just gonna be, and then we have Bigith. Bigith is here already too. Welcome, Bigith. Thank you so much. And tomorrow is the 1 hour show. So One Global Movement Speak with Heart is on 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. But Monday through Thursday is only for 30 minutes. And then Friday is for the full 1 hour. And the essence of that is so that we can discuss things into detail, because a lot of the things that we treat here, Monday through Thursday, we don't do it into detail and we don't finish it. So we need to do it on Fridays so that we can help our young people well, families, and all of us here, of course. So thank you guys so much for being here on time. I so love that. And thank you for your contribution. We love you. The children of One Global Movement love you for being present and contributing in their lives positively. Together, we are going to eliminate illiteracy, hunger, poverty, all the other abuse and social difficulties and challenges that face our young people, and of course, families included. So thank you guys so much for being here a little early even than me. Thank you. So we'll be waiting for the other people to come on. Let me see. I'll be checking my phone, but I am with you guys. Okay, Dr. Benny's here. Saps is here. Welcome, Dr. Benny, and welcome, Saps. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today will be the last warm up. Next week, everybody must have gotten the time at 1 p.m. for a start. Fridays is for 1 hour, Monday through Thursdays, 30 minutes. And Yvonne Finn is here as well. Wow. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Yvonne.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Yes. And there were some people already that came here before me in the chat.
Greetings to my sweet queens and king.
Greetings to you too, Sister Dr. Benny.
I am alive. I am alive.
Yes, exactly. That's a good start to the day when you're alive, right?
Yeah.
Why all gone quiet?
Oh, Dr. Benny, how many webinars have you attended already? What time is it where you are, Dr. Benny? Where are you in the States?
The time is 12:57.
Okay, so we have the same time. So how many have you gone to since morning?
I've gone to how many? Hold on.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No. I started with I was there with Dr. Yvonne.
Yes.
And then I went to Red.
Yes.
And I went to Matty, and I'm here.
Oh wow.
And I'm sleepy. But,
will you be getting some sleep after this, or there's more lined up?
More lined up, but I think I should sleep for 2 hours.
I think so too. As we always say, right? If you don't have health, well, all the wealth doesn't make any difference.
Sure. Yep. That's right. Anil is here too. Oh
and
boy,
you.
these boys are they come so early. And I'm just asking our beautiful audience if you have anything that you want to help with in One Global Movement, please. We need you. We need some techie people, high tech people here. We need people that will want to speak up too for the youth because we all are here for the same thing. So please indicate it is not just us on the panel. We need you two on the panel and indicate when you want to come to the panel. That would be nice. Corrina is here. There we go. Hey, welcome, Corrina. Yes, so we are here as a family. Of course, it takes a village to raise a child, to raise, educate, and love a child. So let us do this together. We are just here as helpers too. We are serving. So everybody is welcome to the panel. Everybody is welcome to suggest question because it takes all of us to help these young people and children resolve difficulties that they are facing and even celebrate with them too, because we're going to be celebrating on the 25th. Every birthday in October, let's do it. Let's just come here celebrating life, even though we are doing it every day, but we have to take special moments, especially considering some of the challenges that our youths are facing in the world. Some of them don't even have people to celebrate them. And so we are here also for things like that, anything that concerns them. So we know we are here for that. So thank you so much, Esther, for coming. Wow, everybody's here. We're gonna start in a minute. Yeah.
Dr. Benny, how do you manage to keep your sanity by going to all these webinars? Did you expect different results?
You know, I'm married to Impassive.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the reason.
Okay. Now it's time.
That's also insanity.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 p.m. Eastern Day Time, which is 12 at my end here. I'm always behind. You guys are always ahead of me. That's not fair that I get to be behind. So yeah, it's 1 p.m. Eastern Day Time. Thank you guys so much for coming here. It is really an honor and gratitude to everyone here because it takes a beautiful heart to devote their own personal time to this. But what else is there than what we are doing? A noble cause. We are children, we were children, and we still have children. Children are always going to be here from time immemorial, from the creation, So this is what we need to do in order to get a happy, better, safe world for our children, a world that they can flourish. They can use their natural talents to do what they've been created by Almighty God to do. So thank you guys so much for being here. Please keep coming. Let's build this together. Let's help our children together. Bring a friend, encourage them, do something, speak up, come on the panel, do whatever it takes. We are here together so that we can bring all our different experiences to the platform in order to help these young people more and more. So October 25th, beginning with my birthday, not mine, I'm just going to say mine included. We want to celebrate all young people worldwide for what they are doing. They are doing a lot of great things that we don't see, but we know that those things are there. But some of them, they turn to look down on themselves or they are failing because there is no one to really celebrate them with them. So we are here as part of celebrating. Actually, celebration is even one of the most important because even celebrating failure, we have to make it a norm, just a normal thing, not something that people look down upon. Because when you fail, it is an indication that you need to learn more and do better. That is a learning time when people fail. So we need to make it normal for our young people, our children, so that they don't think that they are dumb or they are not up to up to whatever they are trying to learn. So it's so important. So thank you guys so much for being here. The topic for today, we're going to have to really talk about it very well. But before I go there, please like, share, and subscribe so that we can get to 1,000 and up this platform up so that we can get more people, even people that work with the government and institutions and young people in our societies, they can get to join, because the more effort we put in, the more attractive they will come. They will know that we are doing something serious to elevate our children. So the topic for today is, what is insanity? It's always a good thing to begin with a question so that everybody can come in from their own way of understanding. But I want to make this very clear. Insanity, when we talk about insanity, people will need to understand, because a lot of us don't really understand. We're going to look at it, make the distinction from two different directions, from the emotional insanity and psychological insanity. And we want to make that distinction because a lot of people, because of the stigma that goes with being insane, being psychologically sick. In this case here, we know that that is there, and we know that we talked about it, and we're going to continue to talk about it in uh, in a process of trying to get solutions for our children, our young people, and us too, because all of us have one form of psychological insanity or the other that we don't even know that we have. So everybody is in here, but we're going to try to sort them out well for our children. So here today, we're not going to base our attention on psychological insanity, because that is so important that we talked about it before, and we're going to continue to talk about it separately. Here today, we're going to base it on emotional insanity. And thank you so much, Yvonne, because Yvonne contributes before she comes here. She contributes before she comes here all the time. And she is a great thinker. So thank you for bringing that up, Yvonne. I really appreciate that. So we're going to talk about insanity. And we always like to begin with a quote, because we learn from those that were here before us. And so the quote said, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same results is insanity. And this quote, people would think that is from Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein took it from another person, but we don't know the person. So I don't know it either, but we still give credit because it came from somebody. So insanity again is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same results. So this quote, like I said, it's been passed down from generation to generation. And I'm sure if we look at it in the greatest book of wisdom, we'll find something relating to this. But I did not take that time to do that. Next time I will. Insanity is doing the same thing. Why are you doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same result? Why is it so? Nonetheless, the sentiment expressed in this statement, in this quote, emphasizes the idea that repeatedly using the same approach, the same method, the same principle, while expecting a different outcome is not rational. It's not rational. Maybe you set out to do something higher and better, but you keep doing that thing and getting only the same results. There has to be something that needs to be put in place for you to attain the maximum result that you had planned to achieve, or to get to your goal. It might not necessarily mean the highest, but something that is better, something that is foundational, something that will be there for generations in order to help others. So that is so important. This definition highlights the fact that the concept of learning from one's mistakes and adopting one's methods when faced with unproductive or unsuccessful results is very important. You got to learn. So regardless of the true origin of this definition, insanity, the saying remains popular and is often used to encourage young people and us, adults, everybody, to be more flexible and open to change when confronted with challenges or problems. So it's asking us to change. We cannot just be doing the same thing because we are given a variety. We can change. So that is what it is. So, what principles or factors can our young people therefore put in place when they are faced with challenging processes that give them the same result or result again and again? What can we do? So, I throw the question here to all of us, including the people in the chat. Begin to put your answers, comments, and questions. Let us go, panel. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go.
Yes, thank you.
So for young people, for all of us, anyways, the idea is to make the mistakes, learn what you can from them, make the adjustments, and don't think of failure. Think of it as the next step to your success. Don't shrink back, and nobody's perfect. We're never going to achieve perfection as human beings. We can't. Only God can be perfect, right? So be bold, and children need to be fostered in an atmosphere of that, where they can say, this didn't work, or even ask for help. It's just everybody's learning, So that's what I think about. Don't say a mistake in a kind of a way that's condemning. Say, this one, look at the guy with, what's his name? I never can remember his name, the light bulb guy. How many hundreds of times did he say this didn't work, and then finally here we have the light bulb today, right? The incandescent light bulb. So it's the same thing. It should be for all of us. Nobody should feel stuck that they can't make an effort, and then if it doesn't work, try something else. So you learn from your mistake. That's basically what I want to say.
Certainly.
You do it, yeah, and you learn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for saying that, because a lot of us, we grew up knowing that when you make a mistake, you're scolded, you're laughed, and you're put down. And even nowadays in school, a child is getting a C grade, and you see other students are laughing, the child feels down. And the thing here is, do not compare yourself with others.
Absolutely.
Everybody has their own way of learning. What you cannot excel in the way you want, know that another person will excel in, and you are also excelling in other areas that person is not excelling. Life is like that. We have to come, the way God created is God created a beautiful equilibrium. But because of our orientation and societal pressures or peer pressure, our children tend to look down upon themselves like, oh, I have to measure up to this. I have to be successful in everything. If we have to be successful in everything, we are applying here greed. You want to have everything, and we can't have everything. Otherwise, we're not doing well. We're not doing well. Nobody can. So let us really know that, like Yvonne said, failing at something is not actually failure. Failure is a way of relearning, readjusting, being flexible. And it is a way for you to know that, you know what, I can do this. Like she gave the example of the light bulb. Look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was called by a coach, basketball coach. Oh, you will never be able to do good with that. What did he do? He took it as a challenge and said, I will. He did it, fail, more than 100 times. He never gave up. Failure is when you give up. But if you don't give up, you keep visiting that thing. You keep doing. I never grew a watermelon before. I tried it. It was just withering, but you know what? I say this thing has to grow. It has to grow, and I kept at it. It grew 3 huge watermelon. I'm telling you, I still have 4 more. That is the way you do it. When you do that, you're instilling self-confidence, worth, pride, and dignity, so that nobody has to say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. That person doesn't have that power. Make sure you put some healthy boundaries around you. When that thing comes here, you let it go there. Because when you do that, you're building in yourself to say, I don't care what negative somebody says. I know that I am up to it. I was created to do this. I was created. So we all are. We are poor because of our mindset. We put it in there, and instead of talking positivity or riches, we put it in there. So our children, they are going through a lot.
It's called conditioning.
We did not build that foundation for them from home. They go out into the community, into the schools, they go through a lot. So let us do something. Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. Can I just say it's called conditioning, Dr. Yvonne. It's not our fault that we are the way we are. We are here to learn lessons. That's what we're here for. Everybody learns a different way, and insanity is the same for everybody. It's like you said it perfectly. You can't really say it any other way. Going around that same tree or that same bush and thinking you're going to learn something different or whatever. It is what it is. It is today. It's not difficult, or sorry, it's not easy for us. It's difficult these days. So I just think that this is a lovely topic, and I think that we can learn from our mistakes, and that is the best thing and the only thing that we can do is just learn and do it differently the next time.
Absolutely.
Yep. Because we are on this panel here.
Yeah.
We are not doing things right. We are
No.
groping our way. Some are right, some are not. But eventually, because we put our energy, we put it in our head that we need to succeed at what we are doing. That is why we just keep going. And then those things just fall in place along the way, because we are failing, falling, and picking ourselves back up, dusting ourselves and going and learning. Because this is a learning
forward, right?
I wasn't born speaking, even though I was mentored by my grandmother. But then I learned, and I'm still failing. Some days I'm sweating because I'm so nervous, because I don't know what I'm going to say. Some days the words are not even coming right, and then I was stutter. I would just stutter, So, but now,
but that's another issue too, Dr. Yvonne. That's another issue why adults should not pretend that they're perfect, that they don't make errors, because when you do that, you set a terrible standard for your children. They can't come, because I came from a family where, just like you're always stressing education. And, if I went home and I had a 99, my dad would say, where's the next mark? But why didn't you get 100? So I'm not joking. And I mean, I try not to do that with my own child, right?
Well,
so
yes.
Yeah, but it's a thing that can be embedded into you. They wouldn't say great job, whatever it is. I mean, I knew he loved me and everything, and I knew he wanted the best. That's why he was like, because he was brilliant, right? But the whole idea is that he would look at the paper and he would say, why not 100?
Because that's the way he was taught. He was taught that way too. So he brought it to you.
Exactly.
But because this is causing a lot of, putting a lot of emotional pressure and sometimes psychological pressure on our children. We need to elevate this thing. God did not take one day to create you and I or the whole world. We know even when Noah was building the ark, God, it took years. And even the animals that he was putting into the ark, they didn't just come like that. One day God said, put this one, because he understands that everything takes a process. And you have to respect that process. Otherwise, you're laughing. Here's the thing with me. When I was in university in Cameroon, I would write a letter. I sent it to my uncle, because I grew up with my uncle partially. And my uncle will go line by line. He is so much into education, line by line, correcting the mistakes with a red pen, underlining the wrong, the misspelled word.
The wrong spelling,
Photocopy, he took his time to go to the post office.
And send it back to you.
Took his time and mail it out to me. You are in university. You're not supposed to make this kind of mistakes.
They're worse than Dr. Benny, because she's strict too, but I don't know if she does that kind of thing. Dr. Benny, would you go that far?
That's funny.
I'm sorry. I'm someone that always tell the truth. Although people don't like me. Like yesterday, I said something, they were not happy, but I am sorry that I have to tell the truth.
No, you must tell the truth. But I'm saying, are you really that strict with how many children? Would you say that? If they came home with a 99, would you say, why not 100? Would you say that?
No, I would not say it. My daughter had a C once, so I had to beat her, but she put on a diaper so that it should not be painful. Sorry.
Did you just say?
You see how smart kids are?
I don't think I heard that correctly.
I don't think so either. Kids are very smart. I'm telling you, kids are very, very smart. I am guilty myself. My son you know how when these kids are in high school, there are certain companies out there that are trying to exploit high school students by giving them jobs, making you work for them. They're not even paying you. I told my son, this is not a good job for you. He said, Mommy, oh no, they said they're going to make me a director. I said, the director is not the thing. You want a job that is going to give you a peace of mind, a job that has benefits such as insurance benefit. My son did not listen. I said, you know what? Sometimes let them go do it and fail and then learn. So he was into that job, driving, spending a lot of money on gas until they even had a meeting in a hotel. You went and paid $80-something. Without that, you received a paycheck. They were fooling them. They were trying for them to go to Chicago. I said, oh no, let me talk to your boss. No, So he didn't listen. But guess what? He ended up having a C in a course that he was taking. And he felt so bad. He wrote to me, Mommy, I'm sorry, I did not listen. I said, it's okay. I wanted you to learn. That's why I let it be. From that point on, he listens. Now he has to. So sometimes we just let them be because we fail our way to success.
Absolutely.
If we don't let them be, we're not helping them. Tomorrow, they will be in relationship that those relationships will start treating them in a way that is not correct, and they might be tempted to accept it. It will increase their emotional difficulties. So sometimes we need to set, because we learn by, if you look at the baby that is trying to stand up and walk, how many times do they fall? They fall, they still get up. They want to walk, right? So it's so important that we let these children fail their way to success, not criticizing them, not being too harsh on them. We pick and choose our words, our language, and then even our body language. We have to choose those things because it's hard. It was hard on us. It's hard on them too. So thank you.
Only if we think that they are going to be in danger or be really taken advantage of, because the universities and colleges has a habit of going to the universities and shoving these credit cards onto these people who don't have jobs, and who's supposed to pay for that? So now they're going to get themselves in a bad situation, and they're going to have a debt before they even have a debt, because they're going to have student loans, credit card debts. So at some point we have to intervene maybe. But as you said, otherwise you let them make like the mistake with your son and his job there. That's a different situation. But taking on debt, who is going to pay for that debt?
That's
and
why
they're going to be ashamed to come to you with it. Yeah.
Yes, the school does not educate our children in terms of economic.
No, they do not. They do not.
Financial independence. But we take I started educating my son how to use a dollar.
Absolutely.
You have to pay yourself first. The principle of that book that I read. Pay yourself first. Remove out of $1, take 30% of that $1, save it. Paying yourself, save it for your future. You take 10%, you can help somebody on the street that is suffering, doesn't have food to eat. You give it to that person, or you give it to the church to help other people. And then the other 60%, use it to buy your food, to pay your debt. It goes with $1,000, with $20,000. We need to teach our children. They don't teach them the basics that are the most important in life. The school system does not do that. But thank God we are here, Academy. We all are going to be natural teachers, not artificial teachers. Natural teachers, these children. It is so important that we do this. I'm really so happy with this topic. It's coming from the natural point of view, not the way it is. And so our children need to be encouraged to give themselves the time to have a feedback, personal feedback. When you fail at something, it's not a failure. You go sit and look and look and look. What could I have added that will make sense? What could I have subtracted? Did I follow the process well? And so you give yourself time. Don't rush. Give yourself time. It takes so many years to build even an aircraft. So we need to know that. And it's not, you're not competing with, let them graduate, but you are also doing something for yourself that it's important for you. Where after that, you can also graduate when your time comes. Look at me. At my age, didn't I just graduated with a PhD? 7 months ago. What is that?
Hi, let me say something now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Remember, we are wealth dragons, and no time to be insane doing the same thing and expecting different results. Insanity is contagious. If you enjoy what you do, sanity will prevail, and insanity is a byproduct. That is how we should be working. Because if they say, oh, you are mad, you are this, you are that, then we'll never be able to correct ourselves. Because every time you would be bombarded with the same brush, tarred with the same brush. So be careful of what you say. And if they say that you are insane, say thank you very much. Move on.
There you go.
I've been
And
called that many times.
yes. And if I
Satan.
understand what Sab just said, thank you so much for that contribution, Sab. What he's saying in essence is that know what you love to do. Have you searched within you to know what you were born to do? And if you don't know, can you discuss it with your parents? And if your parents don't know, can you ask for a professional, a real professional? Sometimes you can go to the church because a lot of times good pastors will also help you. So when you know what you're doing, then you will keep doing what is it because that is what you love. So nobody can come and say anything to you and you believe in them. And know your friend. Knowing what you are doing is also knowing who you are friends with.
Yes.
Because if you don't know who you're friends with, your friends might discourage you from doing what you are doing, and they might make you look stupid or insane when you are not. And so those things are just words, and we need to teach our children not to listen because if we don't teach them, those things hurt. I have been called names from a very young age. I knew that I was never going to amount to anything because I did not listen to what my dad asked me to do. And so I carried that for a long time, if not of my grandmother. And I keep doing this thing, reading books and also trying to invest in myself, trying to upgrade myself. If you don't do that, even us adults, those things will come weighing down on you. Look at it on passive. It is there. We see it every day. And we see how people can pretend like chameleons. The next moment they are this color, the next moment they are the other color. And that hurts. But why? We don't hate them because they don't know. They don't know. They are giving what they have. So we cannot give out of nothing. So we are here as a family. Let us do the best thing because the way what our children are going through, it is so painful. The other night, I couldn't sleep because I developed a headache seeing the situation in Israel and Palestine with this 5-year-old boy. It really bothered me. I could not sleep. I just kept making some sound. My mom is like, what's wrong? I cried like a child. I said, this is a child. That child is everybody's child. A 5-year-old pulling the hand of a mother that is shot for no reason. So we need to do this and from the heart. So thank you. We're going to anybody that wants to speak, just keep speaking while I'm also reading the comments of our audience here and appreciating them. So if you have anything to say, go on. This is a long topic.
Dr. Mundih, can you just,
Yes.
sorry, Sabs, can you just at the top, when we first started, you made the distinction between, please just reiterate that, please. The distinction between, mental and,
Okay.
The mental,
No, insanity from the beginning. We need to, the aspect that we are doing here today is from the emotional aspect that pertain to our young people. But insanity means two ways. It can be psychological, real sickness, that somebody is sick, mentally sick. But that's not what we are talking here today. That one is something that needs to be talked about in detail. We did it before. We're still going to do it, especially during Fridays. But here we are talking about emotional insanity, where our children and us sometimes are doing the same thing repeatedly over and over again. We are getting the same result, but we do not understand why we're not getting our desired result. So we just keep repeating. So that is what we are calling here insanity. If you're doing something repeatedly and you're getting the same results and not the desired result that you want, and know that we need to shift gears. We need to take a look, step back, or sometimes you can even leave it for 2 days and take a pen and a paper, write down your process. Make sure you're documenting things. That is the kind of insanity here. We learn from Albert Einstein, even though he's not the origin, that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insanity. So that is what we
Yeah.
are here today.
In
So,
addition to what you have explained, yeah, we know that insanity comes in different forms for different people. And everyone on earth actually have their moments.
Yeah.
When some moments you can throw tantrums, some moments you can be like as cool as ice, some moments you can go wild. So
Yes.
in those situations, I would say our youths, you try to control your emotion, because this type of insanity is the one that your brain, everything is still intact, but it's just that the thing you are doing, you have put your hope for, it's not working the way you want it to work. Then at that point in time, you are trying to go crazy, trying to say whatever it comes out to be, let it be. You just want to do something in a way that people will say, oh, this is not the usual way this person behaves, that something would definitely wrong.
Yes.
So when it comes to that point, when you will start thinking negative of the outcome of your or things you are doing, I would say, please pause a while. Just take a calculative measure to readjust. Try to find out where what you are doing is going wrong. Even if it means going back to the drawing board to trace the reason for the thing not turning out the way you want it to be, instead of going to that hellwire of trying to behave in a way that your character, your person will begin to have a dent. Please, let's not do it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Sister Esther, thank you. You're so right, because I've seen people destroy their own apartments because a relationship ended, and they're angry, and they destroy everything in it. They break all their nice things. That is not their character, but because they're hurt. Yeah, because they're hurt and
they
angry.
are hurt, they do things that is least expected. And when you finish with that moment, you find out that you begin to regret it. You ask yourself, am I really the person that did this? It will be full of regrets. By then, the damage is done, and you will no longer be able to correct that. So let's all try to be careful when we are doing
patience.
That's what I
It
have
calls
learned.
for
If somebody
patience
is
here. It calls
angry,
for reevaluation, and even us. Sometimes we say words and then we regret it.
Yes.
Hello,
So
people.
also,
Time is
that's why
catching
God
up.
gave us 2 ears to listen more and one mouth to speak less. So we need to listen to people, and we do that. Our youth will copy us when we ourselves are demonstrating this thing. So when they go out there and meet with something that is contrary to what the parents and the caregivers around these youth are teaching them, they will run away and fall back on those good principles. But it has to be done with love. If you're going to be so harsh and hard, they will not listen. It has to be done with love, because they will feel you, they will hear you, they will be happy. Even when they fail, they know that, you know what, I can still repeat it, and then I will take a look at it, be patient, and then I will still do it. So
let me use one typical example in this. Sorry to cut you off, Yvonne. Have you finished talking?
Yeah, go ahead. Time is
Time is
up
catching
when
up,
you're done,
Yvonne.
and then I will just call the names of our audience who are present here today, and I appreciate
One typical example of this, our young ladies, please, this is for you. Even our gentle young men that are in relationships, and our young girls that are in relationships. Maybe you have a friend and you are hoping and thinking, you've invested a lot in this person, and you are hoping and thinking that this will be the person you will end your life with. And all of a sudden, it turns out to be sour. It turns out to be something that you least expected. At that moment, a lot of people don't get it right. You see them doing things that are least expected. It could even make some of them to take a decision not to have anything to do with a man, or not to have anything to do with a woman. Oh my God.
It's artificial intelligence. Don't worry.
I'm glad it's not just me.
Yes. So
I think John is trying to tell you that time is catching up.
Yes.
Sorry. So
Yes.
please, if you are in such a situation at this moment, please take this topic we're discussing today to have a retrace of your steps. Do not do anything foolish, because that is not the end of the world. You will still see something better than what it was that you were about to destroy your life for. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Esther. So important points here. I thank God that we are here. We're going to treat this topic in our Friday session other times. So tomorrow, come tomorrow, guys, all of you, we are going to introduce a beautiful thing that one of our panelists has done under One Global Movement. So she's going to be talking about it, which we all are going to be doing. It's going to be so important that you don't miss tomorrow's session. I'm going to read our names. If I don't read the comments, please bear with me. We are out with time. This topic is so dear to our hearts, and so that is why. So thank you, Levi, for being here, and thank you, Mr. John Barilla. Biggie is here. Thank you so much for being here. We have let me see here. Anil is here. Thank you so much, Anil, for your presence. And we have a lot of comments from Anil and Levi and Mr. John Barilla, Biggie. All of you are commenting. Well, thank you so much, Corrina, for being here. Thank you, Esther, Yvonne, Sabs, Dr. Benny. We all are here today. Please bring more people. We need more people because this is not all we need. We need to serve our youth. We need to, all of us, we need to serve our youth. It is not one person's job, not only 20 or 400. It is all billions of us in the world to help. We need to change this world. We need to change what is happening in all other areas of the world, especially for our young people. What is going on in the world? It brings that psychological insanity, not just the emotional. We need to be here to do all of those things. So thank you guys so much. And if I didn't read the comments, excuse me. We appreciate all of you here because the time is up. Some people need to go to other things, and it's 1:34 p.m. Is that okay? Should I close, guys?
I think we're right.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is for 1 hour. It's going to be yummy tomorrow with great things that one of our own is doing. And we all are doing great things. But tomorrow, she is going to set the stage and set the pace and raise the bar very high for our children. So thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all. But always remember this. Stay focused on your goals and your dreams. Stay encouraged. If nobody is your cheerleader, tap yourself on the back and say, I can. Yes, I will. And stay empowered. Know that you have what it takes. You have it. That is true. It's not a lie. I have it. Why not you? You are younger than me. You are even more intelligent than me. So all our children have it. And always believe in endless possibilities, because why? God created us with an ocean of impossibilities. There is nothing that you cannot have if you diligently look for it, and you will have it. So thank you guys so much, and see you all tomorrow. I love you all.
Bye.
Picture time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody.
I love you all.
Love you. Yummy.